We make the rules, pal. The news, war, peace, famine, upheaval, the price of a paper clip. We pick that rabbit out of the hat while everybody sits out there wondering how the hell we did it. Alcohol, right?
And with that said, we got a nice preview of some of the options that are going to open up with the heart of this offense, which is the Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns pick and roll game. The chemistry between these two all season is going to be a beautiful thing to watch develop. As right here, the defender drops back. So we know Brunson has that ability to pull up, but it wouldn't shock me if Brunson, looks back at the film and sees more opportunities to get Towns better shots. See, Towns is kind of open right here, or Brunson maybe should have played it out, pump fake, and then hit him up with the bounce pass while Towns makes his run. But things are going to get a lot smoother between these two as the season progresses. Very similar to the way it played out last season with Brunson in the months of March, April, and May. This is going to be a problem for the rest of the league to deal with right here. Now, as Towns sets himself up to receive this pass, there's going to be a slight hesitation right here by this defender once Brunson makes the initial pass. Right here. With that slight hesitation, because Brunson is no longer a threat, he doesn't have the ball, Brunson utilizes that and he goes. See, completely catching the defense off guard. A smart IQ basketball player like Brunson, he's going to use every single tool in his arsenal. And a lot of this is kudos to his pops, because it's small little things like this that kept his dad in the league just fighting for, I believe, 13 seasons. He went from team to team being that journeyman. And it's usually the journeyman that makes the best coaches. Now right here off this pick and roll, we're going to see Brunson get different options nowadays. See, before this would normally be like RJ. Defender doesn't necessarily have to respect the three. They'll be hedging in a lot more. And then this normally be Mitch, not really a threat at this position. So now Brunson is going to have the ability to more utilize this situation and manipulate defenses even more. So you can get deeper into his arsenal, much deeper into that bag. So things are completely in reverse with Mitchell Robinson, where a pick and roll with him, Brunson just drew all the attention. As right here, we're going to see a pick and roll between Brunson and Mitch. All the attention is drawn on Brunson. And the Knicks not necessarily having the perimeter threats. This is before the OG trade, and of course before Mikal joined the team. So all the attention is on Brunson here, and it's a much more difficult pass to Mitch as he's not really a threat. Now with Cat on the team, this will be a pop out, and a defender would have to respect it. But it's a much more difficult pass right here to Mitch. Brunson working on his pull-up game throughout the years as a defender goes under the screen. So, he's caught, but Brunson just working on his pull-up game. He's going to punish defenses all year. What really makes this pick and roll between Brunson and Towns deadly, it's just Brunson working on his pull-up game throughout the years. It's just getting better and better. And defenders completely caught underneath the screen. The center's in drop back coverage. A lot of space. And yeah, Brunson's going to make him pay every single time. You got to love it. We've seen early on Towns, oh my God, with a screen directly behind the defender's back. So Brunson could go either way, straight downhill. Very similar to last year, what we've seen in the playoffs, with Hartenstein going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. But this time around, there's much better options that are going to open up. Got Mikal, got OG in his favorite spot. What's going to happen here? See, OG completely opens up now. This is a major difference than last year. And guess who's trailing behind them now? You have Towns. He could just pull up and shoot this three. This is very, very similar to the way it played out last year with Hartenstein. It's just now the options are just much better. There's the same play duplicated from last year. Look at Hartenstein, perfect screen right behind Kelly Oubre. And then once Brunson makes his turn, he has a bunch of open space. And now his options line up. He could just pull up or hit whoever is open. Also, he could go one-on-one downhill with Embiid. Here's another pick and roll between Towns and Brunson. Now right here, Towns hits off Brandon Miller for a screen, and also Josh Hart screens his defender, and Taj Gibson. It's going to lead to an easy Brunson jumper. But just looking at that one more time again, Karl-Anthony Towns right here, he's going to have to be very careful about the way he's screening. Sometimes he gives it away. Like, he doesn't want the contact, but like, look at right here. The ref easily could have called that a violation on him. Karl-Anthony Towns sometimes throws the KP screens where he doesn't really necessarily want the contact. And right here is going back to something I kind of mentioned earlier with him just being a bit more detail oriented. As right here, he misses the screen, not to his fault, but catch him on the rescreen right here. He's going to move his hips last minute and gets called for the illegal screen right here. Towns right here on the rescreen. He's kind of still figuring out Brunson's movement. It's right here. Check him out. He kind of almost rolls right into Brunson. So they're still trying to figure each other out. Centers and drop back coverage. Brunson just pulls up. More Towns and Brunson pick and roll. Brunson with the fake pass kind of gets into his playmaking bag. This time on the Brunson Towns pick and roll, we're going to get a little bit more of Towns front facing game as he completely blows by his defender. And he does have that in his arsenal. Putting the ball on the ground, dribbling past defenders when they don't give him enough space, and being able to get to the cup. On the other side of the coin on defense, it's a different story. Him moving side to side, he's not as quick. So more Brunson Towns action. Towns on the rescreen. Brunson threads the needle, and Towns is able to get to the line. And teams nowadays, they're gonna be cautious around the Knicks with their pick and roll duo, as the Knicks pretty much catapulted themselves to having one of the more prolific, dynamic pick and roll duels in the league, on the level of Tyrese Maxey and Embiid, and also Jokic and Murray.